kids, welcome back to Roto Talk.
Alright, as you have just seen, a very fast-forwarded view of the build of this boat. Not the build, but the guts, because it ended up being so long in the tooth that it just wasn't worth wasting your time with. I got a little crazy with the stuff, and it would have been like a 5-hour video, and I'm not doing that. So, I ran into a couple little problems. Those, and I can't remember where the last video started off or ended, but I had ordered these RC switches, and they really, really sucked. And what I should have ordered was what I used on RoboMower, which were the auto kill switches, where you could just, and it kills it. I should not have used the switch transistors. So that didn't work out, so I scrapped all 4 of them. I didn't scrap them, I still have them, but they're useless. So we ended up going old school on this and did multi-tapping and all this other stuff. So this is the finished product. I know it doesn't look that great right now, but in the sunlight, it actually looks really cool. It changes and reflects. It's got glitter in it and shit. I didn't do any decal work. It's just a fun little tote boat. That's all it is. It's just a toy boat. So these are all LEDs. Okay, I'm going to show you this in a night run. All right, we have the impeller on the bottom, which is there. Okay, 3D printed rudder, which my paint already chipped. That's okay. See that input there? That's where I'm sucking water with the pump, and those are the LEDs under the boat, so it's going to have a glow. It's going to make the water glow underneath. Pretty cool. This is actually just a little plate that I 3D printed, and then I fiberglassed an American flag over it. Those little flags, you know, I just literally fiberglassed it onto it. And let's see if we can pop this off. There we go. All right. So use magnets for the hatch. I put some tin foil, not very nicely, just half-assed it. Get some extra reflectivity. These are just white lights for the front, white lights for the cabin, and you'll also see through the flag at night. And it connects to the main system with this. All right, pretty simple. Now, the guts. A little crazy. This is why I didn't bother really videoing. I did video it actually, and it's just so involved. So I 3D printed these rails, and the LEDs we CA glued in, drilled them all the way through first. Then I CA glued all the LEDs in, and I think it goes like, I can't remember, it's like red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, or something like that. It's like it's every other one. So I have no idea what this thing is going to look like in the water. No clue. We have not set the ballast yet. Haven't done any of that. Everything works on it. It's great. So the battery goes in here, just sets in. Nothing fancy. This is just a little putt-putt boat. I don't care. It's not doing 90 miles an hour. We don't need to strap it down. Our receiver's ballooned up here. We have 120 amp ESC. We have our water pump right here, okay, 12 volt. And so we're actually sucking water from the bottom, that little input from the bottom, bringing it in, pushing it out, going through the ESC, out through this, okay? In my opinion, this ESC probably doesn't even need water cooling because it's such a low draw. It's a 3S setup. I have no idea how fast it's going to go. I'm hoping it's just a putter, to be quite honest. I really don't care. My original plan, so these are LEDs too, okay? And then when you connect the top to this Futaba connector here. That connects to the main circuit. All right. And so the horn is a 12-volt automotive horn. All right. Pretty, but it's a low tone. That guy there. And so what I ended up doing is the LEDs are supposed to be 3 to 6 volts. I'm actually running them off of around 7-ish. Okay. What I did is I multi-tapped the 3S. All right. So what that means is we took a balance connector. Where's it at? There it is. There's the balance connector to the battery, and then the balance connector that we hook it to is right here. So what I did was, here's the ground, and that splits off into multiple grounds because we're going to the RC system, we're going to the LED system, we're going to the horn. Then this one here is 6 volts, 7 volts, whatever. This is the second S. So 3.3 nominal, 6.6, going to the LEDs, basically. And then this one here is the going off of the fourth pin, and, well, the third, technically, the third cell, which is going to give you a little bit over 12 volts. And that's going to the horn and to the pump, because this is a 12-volt pump. The rudder assembly, obviously, pretty straightforward. I just did a 3D print block. I greased it so water won't get in it. I'm not even worried about that. This 3D print mount here for the servo. Same thing with the horn servo. Now, the horn servo is really gay.
Can I ask you a personal question? Sure. Ever get an erection over a woman?
Okay, it was supposed to be an RC switch, but the switches didn't work. They couldn't handle the amperage, so I literally used a momentary switch with a servo that actuates it. It's so gay, but it works. It does. So what we're going to do, we're going to hook this thing up. I guess we can hook up the whole thing. All right, so we're going to... It's funny. I have not put this in the water yet. Hopefully it frickin' floats. I don't know. Alright. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, there's the 3S. There's our jet, which this is basically a hybrid, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Reverse. Okay. So that all works. Rudder. We may need to adjust the throw. That's okay. So then, if we hook up the balance lead to this, this was all supposed to be RC controlled, but it failed in the end because I just bought the wrong switches. You can hear the pump running. That's sucking from the bottom, and that will be spitting out. You can see the LEDs. Looks like yellow or orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, blah, 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 blah. You can see the tails lit up and the fronts. Okay? Then, our horn... Pretty cool. It's very hokey. I get it. Please, in the comments, don't say, dude, you really did it mechanically. I originally was going to take 2 pieces of copper and put a piece of copper on the servo, make my own switch. But I went through the magic drawer and I found this old OSD for a run cam. Not run cam. What was that? It was for a quadcopter, but anyway, it had a momentary thing, so you can just hit this basically, and it fires. Pretty cool. It's good enough. Okay, it was easy to do, so I'm going to turn that off. Now, let's see, what else do we need to go over? I'll go ahead and hook up the lights. It's very, very, very bright in here right now, so I'm not sure how great this is going to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to hook this up. This just lights boats off, basically, because we have a switch there. And we're going to take this Futaba connector, plug it in here. Okay, and I'm sure you can't see the lights, but we got the floodlights that I 3D printed. Okay. Now, what I did with these LEDs, and we should be able to see the flag at night. The LEDs for the searchlights are, hang on, and that's the one part of the video I should have maybe kept out. Yeah, I didn't even put a switch on that. That's how lazy I was. With these, what I did was I 3D printed these little spotlights, okay, and they do go up and down, actually. You don't want to. Then I took fiberglass, my UV fiberglass, and filled up, I ran LEDs through there and filled it up with resin, and it worked out really, really well. Yeah, it's just for fun, you know. So we got a little, our ESC switch there. Pretty hokey setup, really. It's pretty basic. So what we're going to do in the next video, and it might even be tonight, we do have a lot of weeds in the lake. We started spraying our annual weed killer, but we have to do it like 2 or 3 times because every season it just happens. Small lakes full of fish, it happens. So hopefully we are weed free. That's why I haven't posted any run videos, because I'm too lazy to go to my mom's lake, and we got too many weeds here. But I might throw this in there anyway, just to see how it floats, see what the dynamics are. Everything's fairly centered. Shouldn't be too bad ballast wise this way. I just don't know how fast it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to run. Who knows? Okay. But anyway. Okay. Love you. So that was the smoking hot wife. So the next video you see, we're going to put this guy in the lake and see what the ballast is like first. Anyway, if it's sitting like this, like the Titanic, and sinking, that might be a problem. But, you know, whatever. We'll see what we can do. But that's the gist of it. It just wasn't worth you guys watching 3 hours of shit to do this, because it was all electronics. I mean, it really was. It was, 3D printing and electronic work. If you guys, and please let me know, that the 5 people that watch me, if you want to see an electronics video that's based towards RC with soldering tips, because I did a soldering video a few years back, and it's actually the most popular video I have, and a lot of people liked it. I do electronics and robotics for a living, so I'm not saying I'm the perfect soldering expert, but I'm not too bad. If you want to see an RC electronics video, ESCs, soldering the big 6.5 caps and things like that, let me know, and I'll gladly do that. But this was just way too mundane to do that to you guys. So we're going to start the Thunderbolt build next, because I'm still waiting for Zip Kits to release the outboard and the gas rigger. So I'm kind of dead in the water with builds, but we're going to be doing some run videos and tuning videos and things like that. But it's just been really, really hectic this week. So we're going to start our Thunderbolt, our FE Thunderbolt build tomorrow, and I'm really excited for that one. I just want to get this thing out of the way. It's all smudgy and looking crap. I'll put some nice pictures up at some point of it. It does look better in the sunlight than it does in here. So until the next time, kids. Actually, next video will be this boat running or sinking, whichever. Keep dry side up. Bye.